What up, guys? Long time no see. This is Coach Vassar with the OTF Audio Daily Beats. Thank you for joining me. Of course, if you're new to these, thank you for tuning in. Listen to me ramble about some of these OTF workouts. If you find value in them, information is in the description on how to support me. Greatly appreciate that. Once again, under no obligation, but if you choose to do so, thank you. Of course, as always, any feedback, let me know, and we'll dive into this. So this is going to be Friday, November 1st, Member Choice. This is a workout that we are doing right after the last day of Hell Week. We did something very similar last year. We're going to see a little bit of endurance on the tread, power on the rower, and strength on the weight floor. The key call out is this. Members kind of choose the true intensities that they move at. They just did 8 days of Hell Week. The final showdown, team workout, brutal workout. So if they come in on Friday, they probably just want a nice simple shakeout, and this is a good choice for like a green day. Dive into it. We'll give a little kind of rundown of everything, and then break down the treads, rower, weight floor, go over the 3G as well, and then get you on out of here. So key concepts is, the big thing is, of course, congratulating members for getting through Hell Week, OTF's Ultimate Challenge. And for this Friday, it's choose your own adventure. Whether your body needs some recovery after the intense work, or you're ready to push a little bit harder to kind of kick off the new month in a positive direction. Power's in their hands. So you decided on the intensity and make this workout exactly what you need. So in the treadmills, block 1 is a primer block. Then you choose your adventure on the last 3 blocks. On the rower, you only row if you choose to row. Probably a lot of people are not going to do that. Hopefully they do, though. And then on the weight floor, it's total body work and active recovery. And then you could choose between upper body or core during the final block. So when we look at the treadmill side, as I said, the first block is a primer. And in fact, every block, except for the last one, is 5 minutes. So a 5-minute block, 90-second recovery for blocks 1, 2, and 3. And then there's a 2-minute transition time where they could either stay on the treadmill, or that's when they could head to the rower. So block 1, they're going to alternate between a nice simple 1-minute push, 1-minute base twice, and then do a 1-minute all out. Nothing too crazy here. Once again, if they're coming off a Hell Week, maybe it's going to be more of a conservative push. So maybe just about 1 or maybe even 0.5 over their base. Their base may even look different as well. They might be more in that lower green than mid to high green. And then the all outs. If they could hit 2 over their base, 10%, 6 gears over base, cool. But do what they need to do. When we hit into blocks 2 and 3, same thing, it's a 5-minute tread. They choose their own intensity, they choose their own adventure. So they could do intervals, they could do a build, they could do a hit and hold, they could keep it nice and easy and do like a 5-minute base, they could do a 5-minute tread for distance and then try to match your beat. Really, like I said, the power is in their hands. And then the final block, this is the only opportunity that people can row, and whether they do the tread or the rower, it's going to be very similar. It's going to be 30 seconds of work and then a 30-second recovery. Now, the recovery is their choice. So it could be a walk recovery, it could be a row recovery, it could be a rack and rest, it could be a base on the treadmills, but they're doing 30 seconds of work and then a 30-second recovery, a total of 4 times. Of course, that last work is the end of the block, and then they'll shut it down and then they'll rotate the room. When we look at the weight floor, emphasis on strength, and you do get to play around with rep ranges. So they're going to see 6 to 10 reps for the work movement, and then 8 reps total, or 4 per side, of the active recovery movement, which is a body weight exercise. So in block 1, we're going to have dumbbell reverse fly. They're going to be hinged over, elbows drive out, come back in. I like to use the option of like either a bent over row with the high row position or the strap high row. They'll pair that with the high plank wide step with rotation. If people have really tight hips, this is a good one where you have the benches out. They can place their hands on the edge of the bench. They take that step up and then they rotate, so they can really make sure they get that the front foot flat, to help open up those hips a little bit more. And then the second time, maybe they could go with a low bench. And then that third round, if they get to it, they could do it with their hands on the floor. They're just going to repeat that for those 5 minutes. Block 2 You're going to see the alternating sumo deadlift. So this is where they're going to start with their feet close. They'll step out, do the rep on one side, bring their feet in, step out the other side. Great option is just to take the step out completely and just do a regular sumo deadlift. And that's going to be paired up with the dynamic Cossack squat. If people have tight hips here, same thing, lateral shift is a good switch up. They'll probably get 2 or 3 sets. And then the final one for the strength focus is going to be squat to bicep curl. And that's going to be paired up with the single leg downward dog to knee drive. They're going to do 4 on one leg, 4 on the other. If people have some balance issues, they could do the downward dog with both feet on the floor. They bring the hips up as they go into that plank position. Then they could do a knee drive on one side, do that 4 times, and then the next 4, they do the knee drive on the other side. When we go into the final block, this is one of the reasons why you have 2-minute transition times in this block 3 to block 4. One, so that way the treads could head to the rowers if they want to, but also give the members a setup on the weight floor that they have the choice of either option 1 or option 2. Option 1 is going to be some strap movements as they do bis and tris on the TRX, so tricep extension. So keeping it out here, extend out, and then after 30 seconds, they'll flip over and then go into bicep curls. The other one is with the dumbbell, and they could do double crunches and toe reach. Big thing with the double crunch is trying to target that upper ab. They want to keep the lower back glued to the floor, so as they crunch up, the lower back stays down as they crunch and get those arms extended. And then the toe reach, the legs are straight up. I actually like to have the legs just slightly away. That puts a little bit more stress on the lower abdominals. If that's too intense, of course, they could do it with the legs bent for that position. And that's it. I mean, once again, member choice workout. We've done this last year, and on paper, it's very simple, but in practice, really know your members and what's gonna benefit them as they go into this Friday workout. When we look at the 3G, same setup. So on the treads, we're only gonna see 3 blocks. It's gonna be a 4-minute tread, 4-minute tread, and then it's gonna be 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of recovery. Same idea, they kind of choose the work that they wanna level at, whether that's like a push, an all out, and then their walk recovery. So maybe they do like a build push every time, take those 30-second walks, up to them. On the rower, they are going to do work and active recovery here. So they're gonna see a 200-meter push row in block 1 paired with the 1-2-3 knee drive combo. And then in block 2, it's 150 meters. And then that's gonna pair up with the alternating reverse lunge to single leg overhead raise. And then the third block, that's gonna be timed up with the treads as they do 30 seconds all out and 30-second recovery. Weight floor, they are gonna see the sumo deadlift with the high plank, and then the squat to bicep curl with the downward dog and the knee drive. So that's gonna be from the 2G, we're just gonna see blocks 2 and 3 in the 3G. The third block is the same bonus one. They'll have 30 seconds with the 2 options of biceps and triceps, or double crunch and toe reach. Have fun with this one. Talk to the members. If it's a green day, get it a green day. If they took the week off from Hell Week, get them to work and get after it. As always, any feedback, let me know. Other than that, you guys have a good one, and coach it down.